so that you don't have any legitimate concerns. But this was an illegitimate concern because there was nothing valid whatsoever to their lawsuit. And I think you have to just dig in and look out there for friends, as Frederick had to do. Unfortunately, didn't find as many in the States as he might have liked to have found, but certainly found them in Sweden. Wouldn't you say, Frederick?
Mm-hmm. If you have mighty enemies, you need many, many good friends. That's my best advice. And I think that the second advice is that to all of us, that we have to be more awake when we see colleagues getting attacked. And you have to remember that the attack on me was not only legal. This film is all about that. It's about creating a spin, creating a story that it's about my character. They tried to make me look stupid, and actually they were really successful. Also, a lot of people within the documentary community in the US started to blog and talk about me not being a credible, responsible filmmaker. And that was something constructed by Dole, and they did it very well. So we also, as a community, have to be more critical when we see stories going out of filmmakers not doing their job well, because it can also be a part of a spin. So, I mean, that's why I did this film. This film is much bigger than only me and Dole. It's about how media handles, how corporations, what they do when they try to take down whistleblowers. And this is kind of, this pattern can be repeated also against other people who want to tell important stories. We have to be more aware.
This question is for Frederick, and Frederick. First of all, congratulations on your victory. Amazing. I wanted to ask you, what advice do you have for up-and-coming documentarians covering controversial issues? Do you have any advice?
Lawyer up.
I think you have to do your job, and you have to focus on doing a very good film. I think that's what we all have to do. We have to focus on telling an important story, and to make it as good as possible. That's our job. We are filmmakers. And if we worry too much, if we start to self-censor ourselves, we are losing out. Of course, we have to be careful with facts. We have to do a good job. But I mean, people ask me, what should I have done differently? Nothing, because there was nothing in my film that Dole could sue. And that was proved right in the end. And also, a lot of people ask me, what can we do not to get sued? Nothing, because if they want to sue you, they'll sue you. So it's, I think, just keep going and tell important stories. And of course, spread the story of at least our little victory, because that's hopefully something that also other corporations will see. There is a risk for it can fire back at yourself. And I think at this moment, Dole are not too happy what they did.
There's one thing I want to echo about that. I do a lot of work on documentary films, either as a litigator or I do clearance work where I watch films and clear them for issues. And it's not unusual that I'll watch a film and I'll say, oh, here's a moment, maybe we should tweak that, or here's a moment we should tweak that. When I watched his film, I remember calling him in Sweden saying, I wouldn't change a frame of this. I don't see anything remotely wrong with this film. So I think he did everything right. And as he said, you're still going to get sued, so you just have to dig in.
Great
film. If you want to see Bananas, it's out on Netflix, on iTunes, and so on, and the DVD is with oscilloscope, so you can just go and grab it.
Thank you for being so brave and making this. I have a question. Were you ever afraid physically, like that an accident would happen, or that anything beyond just defamation would happen to you or your family?
I'm not so happy with the question because I think when you're in a fight like this, you have to focus on the positive things, what you can do. And if you start to focus on, or if you start to be paranoid, you're in deep shit. I never suspect that Dole would harm me in any other way than financially. So I never thought about that, and I don't think we shall start thinking about that, because that's a downer. It's a bad thing.
They got the guy in Parliament.
I think there was a poster in my brother's bathroom years ago over the toilet that said something like, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not watching you. One last question. Go ahead.
I have a mock question. Do you always watch your step for banana peels?
Oh, wait, I have a real question.
The real question is, do you have the same PR firm, and are you gearing up for an Oscar run this film?
I still work with David Magdal. He's been extremely supportive over these years, especially since we have been really out of money. I mean, I can tell you, in the end of this film, we get $200,000. All the money goes to the guy who are on stage. Nothing to us, and which that's kind of,
even
we're
though they have
still
insurance.
fighting to recover that attack. But you're right, we got some support to do an Oscars run, is actually from Docu Club in Los Angeles that helped us with money, and also so the film is now qualified. I have no idea what that means because I'm so far away. But let's hope we can get the film out there. That's what we want.
Thank you so much, Fredrik. We really appreciate you very much.